My dear, your silence carved wounds deeper than words ever could. I'm upset. Not because of you, but because you stopped trying to fix us. The space between us isn't empty, it's filled with all the things you left unsaid. I loved you through storms. You left me drowning in calm indifference. You broke my trust quietly, like a thief stealing light from my darkest nights. I'm upset because your absence speaks louder than your promises ever did. The hardest pain is loving someone who no longer wants to be loved. You let us fall apart like leaves in autumn, silent and forgotten. I'm upset with the version of you that forgot how to care for me. Your disregard feels like betrayal, a wound disguised as neglect. I'm angry at you for teaching my heart to expect nothing but sorrow. You were my refuge. Now, you're the storm I'm desperate to escape. Loving you was a risk I took. Your apathy was the cost. You built walls between us, and I'm trapped in your cold silence. I'm upset because you chose indifference over our forever. Your absence is a loud scream my heart refuses to forget. I held on to us. You were already letting go. I'm upset because your love stopped being my home. You turned our story into a quiet goodbye without a single word. I'm hurt by the shadow of the person you used to be. You taught me how to hope in silence and how to mourn quietly. I'm upset because you no longer see me, just a ghost of what was. Your neglect is a language I never learned to understand. I loved your light, but you left me in your darkest shade. I'm upset because you let me stand alone in the ruins of us. You were my poem, now just a sentence I can't finish. The pain of your absence is louder than the noise of your lies. I'm upset because you chose your pride over my breaking heart. Loving you broke me, but losing you shattered what was left. You were my universe. Your silence is a black hole swallowing me whole. I'm upset with the love you promised but never delivered. You taught me to expect less and to love less fiercely. Your silence is the loudest confession of your heartbreak toward me. I'm upset because you forgot how to fight for us. You left me drowning in your indifference while pretending to care. I'm upset because you made me feel invisible in your eyes. Your absence feels like punishment for loving too deeply. I'm upset because you stopped seeing me as your forever. You let the warmth between us turn cold without a single goodbye. I'm broken by the love I gave and the silence I received. You were my shelter. Now I'm exposed to your cold neglect. I'm upset because your heart grew distant while mine stayed open. Your silence isn't peace, it's the scream of a love dying. I'm upset with you for not fighting harder to keep us alive. You became a stranger who knows my heart's every crack. I'm upset because your love turned into a ghost haunting my soul. You left footprints of pain where I only wanted to walk with love. I'm upset because you stopped choosing me without saying a word. Your neglect teaches me how painful loving the wrong person feels. I'm upset because you made silence a weapon between us. You are the reason my heart learned to break without warning. I'm upset because the you I loved disappeared without a trace. Your indifference is a wound I wear like a scar. I'm upset because you let love slip through your fingers like dust. Your silence is the coldest answer to my burning questions. I'm upset with you for leaving me alone in our shared dreams. You broke promises in whispers, leaving me shattered in echoes. I'm upset because you stopped being the person I needed you to be. Your absence is a silence louder than any argument we had. I'm upset because you made distance feel like betrayal. You were my sanctuary. Now you're the storm I can't outrun. I'm upset because your heart grew heavy, and mine shattered quietly. You loved me enough to stay, but not enough to fight. I'm upset because you made loneliness a home for us both. Your silence screams louder than your words ever did. I'm upset because you abandoned the us I fought so hard for. You taught me the ache of loving someone who stopped caring. I'm upset because your heart no longer beats for us. Your indifference turned love into a fading echo. I'm upset because I still love what you left behind. You became the shadow in my brightest days. I'm upset because you chose comfort over the chaos of love. Your absence is a wound that time refuses to heal. I'm upset because you made silence a betrayal worse than words. You were my forever. Now you're my painful memory. I'm upset because your love became a distant, fading light. Your neglect taught me the meaning of quiet heartbreak. I'm upset because you walked away without a backward glance. You made love feel like a battle I was destined to lose. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. I'm upset because your heart closed its doors while mine stayed open. You left me holding pieces of a love you discarded. I'm upset because your silence became the loudest goodbye. You loved me only as long as it was easy. I'm upset because your neglect carved canyons in my heart. Your absence screams the truth you never had courage to say. I'm upset because your love became a ghost I can't escape. You shattered my heart with a quiet, careless hand. I'm upset because your distance made me question my worth. Your silence taught me the weight of unspoken goodbyes. I'm upset because you stopped seeing the us we could have been. You left me loving someone who no longer loves me back. I'm upset because your neglect erased all we built together. Your absence is a wound I carry beneath my calm smile. I'm upset because you chose silence over the fight for love. You were my everything. Now you're the ache I can't forget. I'm upset because you let us fade without a single fight. Your indifference made love feel like a burden, not a gift. I'm upset because you broke my heart in the quietest way. You left me with memories that sting sharper than any words. I'm upset because you vanished like smoke, leaving only ashes behind. Your silence is the cold wind that chills my soul at night. I'm upset because your love became a story I'll never finish. You let distance grow until love was just a faint echo. I'm upset because you forgot how to hold me when I needed you. Your absence is a hollow space where my heart once thrived. I'm upset because your quiet retreat crushed my loudest hopes. You loved me halfway and left me broken in between. I'm upset because you made promises only to bury them in dust. Your neglect is a shadow that follows me into every dawn. I'm upset because your heart locked doors I can't open anymore. You made love feel like a battlefield I was never prepared to fight. I'm upset because your eyes stopped reflecting the love we shared. Your silence screams louder than any argument we ever had. I'm upset because you left me tangled in the web of your absence. You became a stranger in the story we wrote together. I'm upset because your distance turned warmth into icy indifference. Your broken promises are the scars I hide beneath smiles. I'm upset because your love faded like stars at dawn. You left me drowning in memories I can't forget or hold. I'm upset because your heart grew cold while mine stayed fragile. You made me question what love even means anymore. I'm upset because your silence shattered the song of our love. Your absence echoes louder than the words you never spoke. I'm upset because you stopped being the person I thought you were. You loved me in fragments, leaving my heart in pieces. I'm upset because your neglect taught me to fear love itself. Your indifference is a wound that bleeds beneath my skin. I'm upset because you walked away without the courage to say goodbye. You broke the promises whispered under the moonlight. I'm upset because your heart no longer beats in sync with mine. Your silence turned love into a ghost haunting empty rooms. I'm upset because you left me holding shadows instead of hands. You loved me like a fire that slowly died without warmth. I'm upset because your absence feels like a permanent goodbye. You made love a story written in fading ink. I'm upset because you stopped fighting when I needed you most. Your neglect is the wound no apology can heal. I'm upset because you let us crumble in silence and sorrow. You turned your back on the love I gave freely. I'm upset because your love was a lesson in heartbreak's harshest form. Your absence is a quiet scream I carry in my chest. I'm upset because you made loneliness feel like the only truth. You left me in a room filled with echoes of what once was. I'm upset because your heart no longer recognizes the love I gave. Your silence is the heaviest chain around my soul. I'm upset because you chose distance over the closeness we needed. You loved me like a fading light in a stormy night. I'm upset because your indifference feels like betrayal in slow motion. You broke me softly, with words left unspoken. I'm upset because your absence feels like a wound refusing to heal. You made love a ghost story I'm still trying to understand. I'm upset because your heart closed while mine kept waiting. Your silence is a thief stealing the warmth from my bones. I'm upset because you stopped being the person I believed in. You let love slip quietly through your fingers like sand. I'm upset because your neglect carved loneliness into my soul. You loved me only as long as it suited your comfort. I'm upset because your distance made me feel invisible and unheard. Your silence broke the rhythm of our once beating hearts. I'm upset because you chose emptiness over the love we had. You were my dream. Now you're a nightmare I can't wake from.